Well, good evening. This is Sue, the Soggy Stamper. Rain or shine, it is stamping time, and it's 8 o'clock on Friday night. I had to postpone my 7 o'clock start of my fabulous Friday Facebook Live because we had company for dinner and things have just now quieted down. First off, I'm excited to share with you a new suite that's in the upcoming September through December mini catalog. It's called Nests of Winter. The stamp set that goes with it is called Winterly Treetops, and this is a winter set, but not a Christmas set. It says, sending thanks and much love, thinking of you always. A friend like you brings me happiness. And it comes with a die set that has some very interesting dies. First off is this die. It's a frame, if I can get it off the magnet. It's a frame, and it will cut out evergreens. So it goes all the way around, and you can put your bird on it or an image inside it. So that's the first thing. One of the cool things about this, well, it's got a couple of birds. This will cut out this double bird. Wait a minute. This single bird. Come on. It will cut out this image. On the cover here, you might see it better, but this is at 80%. But it cuts out that image. And it has a die to cut out this image. And a die to cut this. Then in addition, it has some pieces of greenery. So it's quite a useful die set. And what's really cool is, let's see that one over here, I think, that these two will coordinate with some of the designer series paper that's in this suite. Now, I had a class yesterday, and we used this design of paper to make this little box. So all I have left to share with you, really, is this one. It's birch trees with birds scattered throughout. And the back side is some snow-covered seed pods, I guess is what you would call it. Now, it's wintry, but it's not Christmassy. Then there's this one that you can cut to size of your cards, and you have an instant background. And the back side of that is stars, it looks like. Kind of like stars, and kind of crumb cake. Then it has birds on the back of that, are kind of like bubbles. Has another bird one with pine cones, and the back is garden green stripes. And then it has larger birds, and the back of them is that pattern. And this is the one that is so cool because, okay, now where did my dies go? Such a big space. How can I lose them? There they are. You can cut out this one with that one, and this die will cut out this pattern. So you have instant artwork, which I love. I just really love the way it coordinates dies with some of the designer series paper. So very useful, but not specifically, but not Christmas. You could put a Christmas greeting with it, and then it would, you know, and then it comes with these earth tone shimmer gems, garden green, I think this is, well, let's look at the colors. The colors in the paper are basic black, blueberry bushel, cherry cobbler, coastal cabana, copper clay, crumb cake, daffodil delight, garden green, granny apple green, gray granite, night of navy, pumpkin pie, real red, and shaded spruce. But unfortunately, Stampin' Up! Has not included the colors of the embellishments. So I'm guessing that this is maybe copper clay, but these two I am not quite sure which. This I'm pretty sure would be crumb cake. This white one looks like possibly very vanilla. So that comes in the kit, in the suite. And then finally, you get Natural Tones linen thread in the garden green, copper clay, and night of navy. So we're going to, tonight, I'm going to use these products to make this cute little box, diamond-shaped box. Now, working with this designer series paper is very difficult to actually see your score lines and your points. So I'm going to use Early Espresso cardstock, and it is 8.5 by 3 3/4. Got my cheat sheet here. 8.5 by 3 3/4. And I'm going to score along one end, at the bottom at 1.5. Let's get this down a bit. And then at the top, we're going to score at 1 inch, just for a reference point. We won't fold it, but it's a reference point to help us with our scoring. And to help you see this better, I'm going to make pencil marks, a pencil line, so you can see. So this is the 1 inch score line. Can you see the shine? And then the 1.5 inch. I'm using a mechanical pencil, and it fits down in here so nicely so that you can actually mark right along there. Okay, so the next step after we do that is along on the bottom score line, starting on the right hand end, score from the score line down the edge at 1, from the score line down 1, 3, 3. I'll make those pencil lines for you. I'll go back to the 1. 3, 5. and 7. The 3 mark. And the 1, I'll make it so it goes all the way to the line, to the edge, I mean. Okay, now we'll turn it around, and the first score line is going to be from the edge down to the 1 inch cross line, and the first one is going to be 2 and 1/4. Just a minute, let me measure for my. Two and a half. So put it at 2 1/2, because there's a 1/2 inch edge here. Pencil. Where'd the pencil go? Oh, come on. Here it is. Two and a half, 4 1/2, and 6 1/2. It's nice that this has a nice long measuring thing, but for a space like this, it's kind of hard to get it done. Okay. So there we have so now we have to draw diagonals. I'm going to grab a ruler. And we're going to draw a diagonal from here, from this point to this point. Actually, score is what we're supposed to do. Let me find my scoring tool. Well, this might work. So you're going to go from the edge here down to here. Like that. And then from this point over to here. And then this way. So you're making a zigzag. I forgot. Let's erase this line because you don't go clear over here. Should have a 1/2 inch. Let me score it. Okay, here's the 1/2 inch. Let me use the pencil to show you. It's important to remember this 1/2 inch. So now it's going to go from there to there. Yeah, that looks better. So I'm going to actually use my scoring, my thing, and line up so I can see the line through the groove and score down and then turn it and line up the points. It really does help drawing this line. Afterwards, I guess I could erase it, but I'm not going to worry about that. When I had the class, we had a heck of a time keeping track of our points because we were using the designer series paper with all of the pattern on it. So you might ask, how come I got this ahead of time? It's not even pre-order period yet for demonstrators. But I participated in June in a crafted home, kind of just a fun crafting event for demonstrators. And to participate in it, you didn't have to, but you could buy this suite. And I thought I would do that because I was going to craft along with them. Turns out that the day of the craft along, I had to work. So I didn't actually get to do it with them. Okay. That's all the scoring for the time being. I'm going to cut the flaps. First I'm going to cut off a little bit here and cut down and just cut this extra piece off and get it out of the way. Certainly makes it easier to see. And because I wanted to have the wood grain, the tree pattern, I cut triangles. I cut a strip of the designer series paper, slightly less than 1, and let me measure this again. Slightly less than 1 1/4 by 8 inches. And then I went ahead and marked and cut that strip to get these pieces. And they'll fit in like this. This was a top piece. Not quite the right angle. See if I can match it up somehow. Nope. Maybe, well, is that a top? Well, you know what? It doesn't really matter. Would have been cool if I had gotten it matched up right. Okay, these two go together. Like that. No, this goes down. Well, there's a fairly good match. Aha. It's like a puzzle. No. Nope. Well, it doesn't matter. I won't take any more time to do that. Just glue them down. So anyway, if you like to get things before everybody else, actually, if you would like to have your own business and earn a little extra money for different things, I would love to have you join my team of demonstrators. And if you don't already have a demonstrator and would like to get one of the holiday catalogs, one of the new catalogs that's coming up, I'd be delighted to send you one. If you live in the United States. Now, if you live outside the United States, it can't sell to you. But I can certainly show you all kinds of fun things. Okay, one more bottom. So not too bad. Some of them match up well. Oop. Okay, that one doesn't match. Maybe this one will. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't matter. As I was cutting them, I should have kept them in order. Live and learn. Well, actually, that does match. Now to get all the glue off my fingers. I'm going to trim this edge. It's a little bit long. Okay, so now we're going to start folding the score lines. And I see I'm a little long here along the bottom, so I'll trim this as well. I like our paper snips. They are so nice and sharp. To be able to cut a little fine edge like this is pretty cool. And I'll burnish those edges. Now, I do not want to fold the tab. I'm going to score. Fold and score this one. And then this way. But not the top. So you just kind of finger work them because you don't want the top. Because the top goes on these lines. So this comes over. Oh yeah, it does two-fold. Okay, I'm going to use some tear and tape. I think I have some here. I thought I had some here. I'm going to use tear and tape on this thing there. these two edges together. Nope, I wasn't supposed to fold it. And then we fold the ends in like that. And I'm going to put some tear and tape on this flap so that I can hold that fold. So this is not supposed to be folded, this edge. There, that will hold it. And I'll put tear and tape on this one. And I think I'll put some on this one. So everything's down tight. Sticky business. Could use the multi-purpose liquid glue to do this job, but the tear and tape will be faster for me. So there we have our box. See? Now we gotta make the lid. The lid's easy. The lid is an easy piece. This is the template, and I will post it on my blog so you can follow along. Gives the directions, the measurements and stuff like that. But I'll show that. So the box is a 3.5 inch square of garden green. And you score it at about a 1/16 inch less than 3/4 of an inch. So just a little bit less than 3/4 of an inch on all four sides. One. I'm going to do the 3/4 over here. Gives a little more stability to my piece. And then you cut the flaps with just a slight angle. On the score lines. I didn't cut that very straight. And then on the opposite side the same way. Fold and score. fold and burnish. And then you just use a little bit of glue. Match the edge up. If anybody has found a good adhesive remover for this liquid glue, I need to know. You tell me, because I'm forever trying to get it off my hands. You can't wash it. You almost have to scrape it off. I forgot I was going to put snail adhesive on the sides. I think I can still do it to hold the ribbon. Just a little bit. Yep, that's working pretty good. Thank you. Thank you, snail adhesive. Okay, spoke too soon. Oh, come on. Why do you not want to work? Well, for Pete's sake. Finally, came off on my finger, no problem at all. And I'm going to wrap some ribbon, red ribbon, around. And the adhesive will hold it in place. On my sample, I used glue dots, and they showed. But the snail adhesive is transparent. How slick is that? And then with the glue dot, I will put a little red bow in the front. There it is. Come on, get on. There we go. See? Little box. Now to decorate the top. I showed you that there's a die that cuts out this bird, and I wanted to have it firm enough instead of just designer series paper so that it would be able to use on Stampin' Dimensionals. So I put it on a piece of white, basic white cardstock, and we'll cut it out. With that bird die. Get it lined up, put some tape on that. There we go. There's our bird. Right, and some Stampin' Dimensionals. Or scraps. I hate to waste any of it, so I cut pieces. Or you can actually just tear pieces. Get out of there. There. And there's our finished little box. Kind of cute. It would hold a Yves Rocher piece of chocolate in there. I think you might be able to get Ghirardelli squares in there. Might be able to stack several up. Anyway, cute little box. Diamond shaped. Kind of a unique box. So I hope you have liked this. If you go ahead and try to make this box, I'll have the directions, this diagram and the measurements and stuff like that on my blog, along with a link to this video, which I'll put up on my YouTube channel, The Soggy Stamper. Any questions, sue@soggystamper.com. And if you need a catalog, email me with your snail mail address, and your phone number so that I can call you to see if you actually get the catalog. My blog is soggystamper.com. If you need any of the products, go to my blog, and along the top thing is a shop now button, and click on that, and it'll take you to my online store. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you next Friday evening at 7 o'clock, I hope. Thanks. Bye-bye.